Sony Interactive Entertainment presents. Hello, games. How you doing, love? And glitch. And go. And No Man's Sky. The final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Simplex. Her 5-year mission, or more, perhaps, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before. Anticlimactic, because it's not cutting to the next scene yet, but we're almost there. And through the haze we see
commencing assistant suit initialization. Life support systems activated. Shield kinetic system online. Scanner damaged. Repair required. Aerial propulsion jetpack online. Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational. User initialization sequence complete.
Good evening, Gamer Nation. I'm mattsimpleX. Come on in. Let's play No Man's Sky. So this is my first look at the planet that I drew. In case anybody wonders, I'm not doing this live. I played this last night. I made a decision for a variety of reasons, including the technology and computing power that's available to me, to go ahead and put on my audio afterwards. So it'll be more fun, I think, to comment after the fact. Mostly, as you'll see very shortly, my style is going to be to show a lot of landscape shots, to show a lot of exploration, new creatures, and focus a lot more on that than on combat or space pirates, at least at first. I'm sure we'll get to that, but I really want to explore landscapes and see a lot of beauty. So here we are. My ship has crashed. If you're not aware, that's how you start this game, with a crashed ship. It's pretty much the same for everybody. So here I am ducking into a cave. My toxicity level goes down, which is cool. And just about the time that I figure out my mining beam here, my very first enemy arrives, and you can see from the red screen I've been zapped by this thing that I have dubbed crab cakes. Come on, crab cakes, leave me alone. So, as you'll see shortly, these little guys at the initial point in the game, even something small like this, for whatever reason, I did find out he's not naturally aggressive, but I had invaded his home. He took my shield out in about 3 hits, so I decided to run for it. No shame in escape. And here we go, out of the cave. I was a little scared at this point, disoriented, very new to this, haven't even figured out the controls yet, so decided to... Ultimately came back and scanned him. This is the first creature that I ended up discovering. Gonna name him Crab Cakes when I get around to it. You can name and upload your discoveries in this game, which is very, very cool. And you get paid for it, so that's even better. So ultimately, Crab Cakes had to die. I hung out there for a while, waited for him to come out at night, and bam! Die! And give me your crab cakes for dinner. But instead he gives me Heridium, which I was about to find out was very important. However, you need way more than 5 Heridium to repair your ship. So that is what you ended up having to do. So instead of talking about that, the next segment here you're going to see is me basically looking around. Again, as you can tell, it took me all night. I noobed out on this game, you guys. I definitely was not prolific or very good at it at the beginning. But anyway, like I said, the point is exploration and the beauty of the game. And so you're going to see lots of that. So here I am, just out on my trek, exploring my planet, picking up some platinum out of a flower for whatever reason. And I really like all these cool, like the birds up there are really cool. I'm not quite sure what sort of birds they are. Like just the scenery in this game, from everything that I've seen, both in my own small playthrough so far, and also both my kids are playing it and finding some amazing worlds. There's some cool stuff coming up here. I can't wait to show you. So anyway, just rambling around, trying to survive here. Toxic protection has taken my life support down. You do have to recharge consistently your life support systems and your multi-tool, your gun. So it's very important to see these crystals up here. These are actually, I can't even remember what these are called. Emerald, something. Green like emeralds. I wonder if that's a coincidence. Anyway, and here's my next contact with an alien species. So still haven't quite figured out the whole scan thing, but here we go. There we go. Got him scanned. 200 units. Look at that flat, weird head. These creatures that I've seen so far in this game in just less than 24 hours, like I said, from myself and my kids, everybody's discovering amazing things. Really, really cool. So far, I'd definitely have to say this game has completely lived up to my expectations and beyond for the first little bit of playthrough. Obviously, we're a long ways from anywhere, but we'll see how it goes. So far, it's been very, very good. So here I discovered this little base, and this, as you're about to see, is my first alien contact. So here we go into the base. And this little guy is called a Gek. And now here, I gotta say, what you're about to see here is one of my favorite things. The way this is set up. The small creature is busy adding up trade profits when I appear. Its eyes open wide in anticipation of our first contact, and it rubs its fingers together greedily. It pecks emphatically at the monetary figures on its pad, then bounces up and down. I can't help but notice that it smells amazing. I don't even know what to say about how cool that is. The old school RPG feel of this is awesome. The way that your options are lined up, just it's so very familiar and friendly. I love the setup. So anyway, ultimately, I decided to give this guy 10 units. There we go. And he gives me, in exchange, a schematic for a phase beam. Haven't built it yet, but I'll get around to that. So won't bore you with more of exploring that little station there. It was a bunch of locked doors and stuff. I ended up back outside, exploring more in the nighttime, still looking for Heridium here, which seems like most people that I've seen so far haven't had quite as much trouble as me finding the Heridium, but I didn't really care. It was really fun to explore. Just all sorts of cool stuff. The plants and just the formations, everything about it, the moons there in the distance, the color of the sky, everything about this game is geared for beauty, and I really want to focus on that myself as far as this series is going to be all about exploring the beauty of this game and specifically looking for beauty and for new species, and just like I said, I'm awestruck at the exploration possibilities of what's going on here. This is well beyond your average video game as far as that goes. So anyway, here I am still exploring, and I come across these little guys who are super cute. Not sure what I'm going to call them if I rename them. Probably will rename them. But look how cute they are. Oh, I've heard you could feed these animals, the friendly tame ones. These look about as friendly as they come, so I decided to go try to feed these guys. So after a brief chase, I chased this one down long enough to feed it, and look, it's happy. It's so cute. Why am I staring at its ass? Okay, that's better. Listen to those weird little noises it makes. Those are all procedurally generated, just like everything else in the game. It's amazing. It's amazing. These unique species and really, really cool things. So still looking for Iridium, just finding gorgeous landscape after gorgeous landscape. And this is just the first planet. We're going to get to another planet here before too long. Not to give you too much of a spoiler on the rest of the episode, but we're about to get out of here, I think, before too long. Just kept exploring. I just can't get enough of these amazing creations, basically, and the way it all fits together, the way it's all part of one giant code, one entire whole that is all fits together, is responsive. I don't even know. I'm babbling now. I'm just can't even quite. And there goes a couple of traders, I guess. Headed for somewhere. I don't care. I'm just lost in all the beauty. So here we come up to a journey milestone. You get these from time to time for having traveled certain distances, or for fixing your ship, or for leaving the planet. Just like, you know, basic accomplishment. There I finally found the Iridium. And on my way back to my ship, the last little cool thing I found was this guy. You tried to kill me, you must die! I would take your carbon! Satisfying. Finally made it back to my ship, fixed the thing up, and we are out of here. So there you go, another journey milestone accomplished. So off we go then. Lining it up, headed for space. Really didn't know what I was doing at this point, so just give me a moment here and we'll be off. Just wanted to, again, even from the air, these landscapes are just magical. It's something just, it's so lonely. I mean, just to know that you're the only person out here, and that, you know, the nearest person's light years away. Absolutely gorgeous. This is just beautiful. It's very hypnotic to just kind of cruise along like this, knowing, again, that you're just, you know, the first person, the only person to ever see this. And the beauty of this game is everybody can experience that. Every single person that played this game last night for the very first time, each one had an entirely unique experience as far as the landscape, the creatures, the exploration, where they went, what they found. Just marvelous. I mean, it just really is something. This game is really something. Testing out my cannons there. And off we go. Oh, false start. Come on. Let's go, Simplex. And there we go. Headed to space. And there we go with the boost. And off we go through the Melanesia system, which I named after someone special to me. Another cool thing, you know how a while ago there was this fad where people were actually getting stars named after them? Well, now you can do that for your loved ones. You can name an entire star system after them. Very cool. So here I'm doing a little space mining. Nothing too special. Most of you have probably seen some of this sort of thing. And I'm going to line it up here and head for that next planet over there here in a second. After we go visit those freighters over there, which at this point I wasn't quite sure what these guys were all about, so I just basically went over to investigate. Just kind of just doing some exploring. Not expecting that this is the most riveting part of this video, but just to show a little bit of what it's all about. And I still hadn't figured out the extra boost. That was me going into my galactic map and back out again right there, which is kind of a cool effect that they use. And so at this point, again, like I said, just cruising over to check out these freighters. Wanted to see what was what, if they were going to attack me, or if I was supposed to attack them, or didn't really have the balls to do that because I would probably get owned. So after going over here and checking them out a little more closely, I just decided it was time to go make for a new planet. So there we go, that planet right there, which is called Ninevos. I don't know. I'm going to rename that one something easier to pronounce. But ultimately, that is where we're going to end up here in about 3 seconds. There we go. And this is the surface of that planet, and it is so cool. Crab Cakes' cousin from the next planet. And, as I discovered right away, these little crab cakes are not any friendlier than the last ones. They're like crab cake scorpions. There's one that I killed over there. And I just show this little part. Like I said, I'm not going to spend much time in my inventory, but I showed that just to show you that you can get attacked while you're in your inventory, which is obvious for a multiplayer online game that it would have to be that way because time cannot stop. But just remember it. It's a good reminder. You just can't just go into your inventory to pause things. And you definitely can get punked by Crab Cakes and his cousin. So here I am just checking out Nineveh, however the hell you pronounce that. And there goes a Sentinel. Got in my ship, flew around a little bit, and just to explore, continuing to do what I'm going to be doing a lot of in this game, which is just cruising around and showing you, especially people out there who haven't been able to get the game yet. I just really want to highlight all the amazing beauty in this game of design, and the way that this game is put together is just so amazing. Every planet you go to is going to have unique things. So far, nothing I've seen. There's some resemblances here and there between things, but I've only been to 2 planets at this point. And already the variety is pretty astonishing. So just checking this planet out, I'm going to figure out here within about the next 5 seconds that this planet is not really a place I want to be right now. It was very late last night, and I was very tired. And this is a hostile planet. There's toxic rain, and everything seemed to want to shoot me. Not shoot me, eat me, I'm sorry. I think I said shoot me because those guys flew overhead. So basically, after blasting the local vegetation for a bit, I decided it was probably time to go, as we'll see here momentarily. And as a little bit of setup, we're almost to the end of episode 1, but as a little bit of setup, I'm going to tell you that I found one more planet, or a moon actually, I believe a moon of this planet, that is absolutely lush and beautiful and has tons of water and is very, very cool. I'm going to give you a little bit of a preview of it here in a minute. But this is where we're going to wrap up episode 1. I hope you enjoyed it. And here's your preview of the planet that I named Stegnop 5. Don't know why I named it Stegnop 5. There is no Stegnop 1 through 4, but it just seemed right. So next episode, tomorrow, we're going to be exploring this planet a little bit before hopping in our ship and cruising on back out to space. I hope you enjoyed it. Simplex out.
You must subscribe!